The 2017 high school sports season is here, and it's time for girls high school soccer here on CCX as the Cooper Hawks play host to the Eagles of Heritage Christian Academy. Hello again, everybody. I'm Wally Langfellow along with Sig Ligry. And Sig, this has become a traditional opener. These two clubs have met for several years now. We saw a 1-0 game last year, similar the year before. High expectations for these teams this year?
Absolutely. Both teams had a good record last year. With Heritage going like 8-0 in their conference. They've had an excellent year in that respect. They are anxious to play. They've lost a few seniors on both sides, but both sides are pretty enthusiastic about their fortunes for this year.
Talk a little bit about this Cooper Hawks team. As we talked about just a moment ago, they got off to a good start. They beat Heritage last year. They beat them the year before. I think that they look forward to playing this game and kind of getting their feet under them.
Well, they do for many reasons. One of them, they have to get their game plan going. The other thing is they know the other team fairly well in the way they play. And for us, we love covering this game because both teams are even up on paper. You look at the standing stats and everything, they match up pretty well. The other thing is it's always a good, clean soccer match. They play the game, they have a good time. There's no hard feelings that we've seen. Overall, it's just a great, fun game to watch, and for us, it's our kickoff for the season, too.
Is there any players in particular we should keep an eye on?
Well, there are several. We'll cover them as we get into it more deeply, but there's a couple of midfielders from both sides that have very good adept of knowing where the ball's going to be, knowing where the defense is set up. I think Cooper is going to try to do a shooting the ball down the side, bring it to the midfield, and then decide how they're going to attack. If they want to attack from the outside and then come in, try and pull the defense left or right, depending on how the defense sets up. So for that, you need a very smart midfielder or center mid, and both teams have that. So we'll see how they pair up. I think it's going to be a fun match.
It's the Eagles and the Hawks flying high here for the opener right here on CCX. Stay with us. We'll be back with all the play-by-play in color right after this. Time out. Just about set for the opening kickoff. The Eagles of Heritage Christian Academy and the Cooper Hawks here from Barbara A. Lehman Stadium. At Cooper High School, you'll see the Hawks gathered around head coach Nick Weatherall. Weather-wise, it's kind of a cool, windy afternoon, early evening here, and I don't know how much of a factor the wind is going to play. Right now, it doesn't seem like it's going to be a big factor at all, but we shall see as the afternoon / evening goes along. You see a good look at Coach Weatherall, 9th season coaching the Hawks. And now a good look at the Heritage Christian Academy and Luis Holguin, head coach in his 16th season. No boys team on the varsity level this year for Heritage. It just didn't have enough kids, and so
that's sad.
Yeah, it is. It's unfortunate, and so it's girls only time. Ordinarily, we got a doubleheader here on this opening night.
Yeah, absolutely, and I love doing that game. I remember so many years working with Chris Lair, the head coach of the boys team. First class guy, super good coach. Now he's the AD. So very disappointing to hear that they didn't have enough players come out for the team.
They do have JV, though, so I assume that they're trying to build again and maybe bounce back next year. There's a good look at the goaltender for your Cooper Hawks, Ariana Giron, better known as AJ to her teammates and coaches.
Yeah, I asked if we can use AJ, that she'd know who she is, and she said, oh, yeah, she'll know who she is.
I don't think there's any question about that. So Heritage controlling the ball here in the early going as we just get underway from Cooper High School. As we mentioned in the pregame, Heritage 8-0 last year in conference play.
13-14-1 overall, 3-2 in their section. So that's a good winning season.
There's a good look at the goaltender for Heritage, Emily Tostenson. Throw in on that far side, and the Eagles again in control. That's Abby Leland. A whole host of Lelands on the club. There are a few sisters, and Cassie Leland also on the squad, Zoe. So Cooper will get the free kick here. You know, everybody wants to win your opener, but as a coach, what kinds of things are you looking for in an opening match like this?
First thing you want to look at is, you know, you have the individual skills. Now you want to see how those skills gel together as a unit. Also, how to bring the lower players up, the lower in grade. In league play and in summer play, they always play in the same age bracket. But in high school, you can have an 8th grader up to a senior. So then you want to find out how well does that mesh together, and do your senior players bring up the junior players.
Play in that far corner, and it is knocked out of play. And I believe we're going to get a corner here, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we are.
So first corner of the match goes to the Eagles.
And it'll be Laurel Stephenson to throw it in. Or kick it in, excuse me.
It's the beginning of the year.
Yeah, it's early. Give me time.
Whoa.
Right out in front, and gobbled up there by the Hawks, and AJ, Ariana Giron.
That could have been dangerous. That ball was loose and right in front of the keeper area. AJ picking it up nicely and distributing it out.
And the Hawks finally gain control and push it over midfield for the first time. And this will be a throw-in. They will not kick this one in.
You can't kick that one in.
Well, you can, but
nope.
It would be a violation.
That's a violation. Tustinson, no problem with that one. You see some of the starters.
Snap go. Villalobos. See Grand Boy, snap go. And we talked about Ariana Giron, AJ.
Of course, you can say Villalobos and have a 1 in 3 opportunity being right.
You are correct. Felicia, Amelia, and Evelyn, all on the squad this year. So another throw in, this time for Heritage. It's Maggie Hansen. Getting it ahead now, that's Cassie Leland.
See the Cooper defense falling back, staying in formation. I don't know why they pushed it out of bounds.
Yeah, Maddie McGuire just whacked it out of play, and so it'll be another throw in and allows Heritage to get set up.
Cooper with a nice takeaway.
Here come the Hawks. Played a little bit too far. Chased down there by Taylor Scott. We mentioned her. You and I were talking a little bit before the contest. Taylor Scott, one of the key defenders on this Heritage club.
Right, and watch for her play. She's strong on defense, but also very good on getting the ball back out again. So that's somebody that Cooper's going to have to watch out for.
Play back out to midfield, and the Eagles regroup. That's Scott playing it ahead. Knocked free, picked up there by Amelia Villalobos. A little pushing and shoving going on there.
Yeah.
On a hunky.
Now it's called. I think the follow was called, not the initial. That was a shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, I was going to say the first one wasn't called. They let that one go.
Right. You didn't need to call that one. That was legitimate. The second one, that was a shove.
So Claire Snapko will execute the free kick here.
And while we have a second, Elena Miller is the center referee. All the way down to the keeper.
Scooped up by Tostinson.
And AR1 is Ken Lamb. AR2 is Tim Donahue.
And another shove in the back. So once again, Cooper will get the opportunity to put it back in play. And again, it'll be snap go for the Hawks. Race to that far sideline. And that should be a throw-in for Cooper, I believe.
Yep.
It is. And that's Felicia Villalobos hustling to the far side.
Wow, nice throw.
Nice long. You know, memory serves, last year we saw throw-ins executed by Cooper that were remarkable.
Yeah, they were throwing him in farther than I can kick him.
Well, that's not saying much, but...
But no, but it's the reference point. Here's a nice breakaway.
Well, they come ahead with it. Nice cross pass there by Cassie Leland. Broken up by the Hawks.
Maxson tried to get it back over to Leland.
Maxson loses it now. Hawks trying to regain control. Boy, pretty physical play here in the early going. I mean, there is.
This is not for the faint of heart.
No.
No, they're playing good hard soccer. That's what we want to see.
You know, and in the 10 or 15 years I've been watching girls soccer, it has gotten more and more physical every year. I mean, the play is just, it's gotten better, but it's gotten more physical too. It's just a different game.
Yes, it is. It's a completely different game. You're right.
Play out near midfield, picked up there by
nice
Isabella Grambois. Ahead, maybe a little bit too far for snap go. And maybe snap go.
She tracked it down.
Somehow put that back in play. And the Eagles do a good job of getting it out of the danger zone, so to speak. Whacked right back in there by Maeve Snapgo. And here comes Heritage. This is Abby Maxson.
Maxson has shown that she's got some great speed. Calling for the ball and gets it.
Zoe Leland led her and maybe led her just a little bit too far.
Yeah, she was also marked pretty good by the Cooper defense.
And that should be a throw-in for Heritage, and it is.
Getting it back in quickly. And they advance the ball down the field. Leland with it, and now giving it to Zoe Leland.
This is Gordon on the throw-in. Jordan Sadler. Little bump and a run, and it is knocked out of play. About 10 minutes into this first half of play, first game of the season. Heritage trying to set something up here. Over it goes now to Stephenson. Stephenson, and it is knocked out of play. They're going to be last touched by Cooper. Zoe Leland throws it back in. Kept alive by Stephenson again. Here come the Hawks now. And that one knocked out by Taylor Scott. Some substitutions for Cooper. In comes Ashley Sundquist, replacing Isabella Grandbois. Cross, and then they throw it back out front. Picked up there by Cooper's Evelyn Villalobos. And it'll be
a foul against Heritage.
Oh, they did call a foul. Or did they? Oh, they did. The official out in
center referee called down.
Yeah.
That was reaching in a little bit too far with her foot. Cooper now with a free kick. Offside.
Play whistle down, and so it'll be Heritage now. With the
Brandon's the Night King.
let's see, they'll put it in play from the. Whereabouts will they put it in play from? What about the 15-yard line as the football field goes?
25 yards out.
Across midfield. And the Hawks get into the middle of that battle. Played across now by Cassie Leland. Intercepted by the Hawks again. Amelia Villalobos. And that one is going to make it out of play.
Should be a goal kick.
It is. And so Tostenson will.
Good look there. Number 20, Taylor Scott from Heritage. That's we were talking about her a few minutes ago.
Now, why put it on the ground and kick it there as opposed to punting it? Any particular reason?
Yeah, punting, you're going to punt it down, try to get down towards midfield, which usually doesn't happen, and you usually end up with a turnover. If you put it on the ground, you're distributing the ball to your defenders and let the defenders bring the ball forward. Soccer 101.
That's why I asked.
Boy, Heritage has been really good at controlling the ball, getting in there and getting the takeaways.
No doubt. There's Scott again.
Cooper trying to move the ball around and then end up losing possession and regain it again, so they're very aggressive.
So at some point you would think that depth is going to come into play.
Yes.
And it may not be here in the first half, but at some point, we'll see how, early in the season, although most of these girls are playing all summer long anyway.
Yeah, they've been playing in 90, 95 degree games.
So today's a pleasure, actually.
Well, today's a night. Yeah, temperature-wise, this is nice. But you're right. It's a whole different aspect now. You may have more playing time on this at this level than you do in the summer games.
Here come the Hawks. Does this snap go?
Nice pass. A little bit too far.
Sundquist couldn't quite run that one down.
And guess what? Number 20, Scott back there to drive it back up.
That's Jordan Sadler now.
Trying the outside. Here's a shot.
And that one is just going to go wide to the near side. Once again, Isabella Grand-Boys.
And that is the first shot taken today. So a lot of midfield stuff, a lot of activity up to about the 10, 15-yard line. And that's been about it. Both defenses collapsing very nicely. No surprise, that's what we saw last year also.
Heritage playing it across midfield. Picked up now by, that's Anna Hunke. And she'll throw it in here. Off the left foot of Zoe Leland for Heritage. Cooper's Claire snap go. Back and forth they go here. Throw in for the Hawks. Anna Hunke. Right in front of her own bench. That's a really snap go. And
little trip.
I'm going to get a foul on Cooper. Jordan Sadler. Laurel Stephenson with a long kick. Boy,
Oh,
ball.
that was almost a disaster.
And there's a shot, and it goes wide to that far side. Boy, Ariana Giron, AJ came out a long ways out there. You see it again here.
She happened to be the right place at the right time, right there.
Right there, the ball literally hit her in the stomach.
Yeah. Abby Maxson kicked the ball.
Kicked it right into her.
And AJ was able to stave that one off. Then the ensuing ricochet comes with another shot, but wide of the goal. So Heritage trying to attack quickly. It's not able to get it on goal. Well, they got one on goal.
So snap go comes back into the contest. Out goes Maddie McGuire.
Heritage bringing the ball back, now sending it back up again. And that's smart thinking by the team. If you don't pressure, if you don't have any good avenue, bring the ball back and reload.
And this one's going out of play, and it should be a Cooper throw-in, and it is. Just about to the midway point of this first half. Throw in for the Hawks. No score on the board. Each team with one shot, correct?
One shot for each, actually two for Heritage. They want that last episode they had that shot on goal with AJ blocked it.
And the Eagles with the throw in, but the Hawks intercept. Lead pass goes a little bit too far, and it's Scott there tracking it down and knocking it back to Tostenson. And she'll send it ahead. Right to Haley's snap go. Hawks regain control. This is Nora Griffin Weiser.
I think Peterson drew the foul on that one. Hawks setting up again, about the same place they were last time.
Yeah.
See if they can create an opportunity.
Snap go. Right back at her. This one headed towards the sideline, and they'll throw it in.
Yep. Number 20, Scott, got her foot on that one.
So Hunky will throw it in.
And they're pressed to get the ball in bounds.
Yeah, they managed to keep it in play. And the Hawks regain control. Nice job by Cooper.
Yeah, that's
maintaining some momentum here. Griffin Weiser sends it ahead a little bit too far and offside.
Yes, offside call on the far side.
I'm getting better.
Yeah. That was a very nice offensive set for Cooper. They moved the ball well. Nice little turn and pass. That was pretty cool. The last pass was just a little bit too offside, but definitely a good sign.
Back out to midfield.
Nice takeaway.
And out of play, and so a throw in for Heritage along that far sideline. Temperature hovering right around 68, 69 degrees as we began play.
Light breeze.
A little warmer earlier in the day when the sun was out, but the clouds moved in right before kickoff.
So very comfortable.
Yeah, perfect weather for the match.
Nice return pass. Oh. Snapco, Ely. Snapco with that takeaway. Now Heritage again trying to attack. Cooper defense comes up again. We're now into the back and forth.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth. Nice play ahead there by Sadler. Here come the Hawks.
Trying to get around the defender, and it's going to be a Heritage ball.
Yeah, Grand Boys trying to move it ahead and knocked it over the touchline on the near side, so it'll be a throw-in for the Eagles of Heritage Christian Academy. Waiting to check back in for Cooper. Evelyn Villalobos. And I believe that's Chelsea.
Chelsea is there, number 14, ready, get ready. That's the deal.
And so here there should be an opportunity for Cooper, and they will throw in on the far side. No score on the board. I would say the best scoring opportunity was Heritage in that last rush they had about 5 minutes ago.
Right. And Cooper came back with a good offensive charge of their own. And then we went to the back and forth activities. Nice long throw in. They still got some players that can do that.
Yeah, they really do.
That makes such a difference in your offense.
Must be something that Coach Weatherall teaches. Or somebody teaches.
Well, I should have asked him that. You know, I forgot to ask him that if that's part of their.
Ask him next year.
We do this again. I would be delighted to.
I want to say this is our 5th straight year of doing this game.
I think it is.
No.
And we've seen Cooper evolve so nicely over the last few years.
Played deep in that corner. Heritage trying to get something going offensively once again. This is Laurel Stephenson. Ahead now for Grand Boys, and it'll be a throw-in once again for Heritage.
Cooper had the ball, and they're trying to feed the ball up, and in the process, Heritage is covering them, making it a little bit more difficult. Julie Tarazi coming in, number 17 for the Hawks.
And out goes Snapgo, Haley Snapgo. Play. Heritage on the move. Nice little give and go there by Nalia Peterson, and is whacked right back at the Heritage goalkeeper. And Tossenson picks it up and puts it back into play. Maggie Hansen chasing for Heritage now. Back over midfield it goes. That's Scott now down there for Heritage. Shot taken, and the save is made by Tossenson.
First shot on goal for Cooper.
Jordan Sadler teed that one up.
There it is. Boom, that was a nice hard shot. Tossenson doing exactly what you should do. Stand in front of it. Cup it into your body, make sure you don't give him a ricochet. Not a ricochet. Rebound.
Either or.
Yeah, we have to work on our terminology. It's so early in the season. A little bit of a shove in the back,
Boy,
got away with it.
There's a lot of that going on. The officials kind of letting it go if it doesn't affect the play.
Yes.
I mean, you're seeing a lot of that, particularly pushes in the back.
Well, that's normal. You see that in any game.
But there's been a lot of it here.
Yeah.
I mean, there really has.
We're so used to seeing these two teams play cleanly, and it's still a clean game. There's no cheap shots.
Just more conservative.
It's just, yeah.
Less physical. Free kick right out in front, and
clear it out.
Cleared out of there. It's still putting the pressure on. And this one is headed for the touchline on the near side, and it will be a Cooper throw-in. Wow. Well, the Cooper defense kind of saving the day this time for AJ.
Yeah, the ball's loose, and it looks at number 6.
Yeah, it looked like that was Felicia Villalobos who made that impressive defensive play. And down goes Chelsea Estudillo.
There's going to be a talking to here.
Yeah. And he's having a word with Taylor Scott, but Estudillo went down hard.
Right here. She pushed off on her.
It's not a soccer flop?
No.
Thought I'd ask.
That was not a flop. You can see her hands coming out and pushing out against her body, so good call. But that could have very well been a yellow card. So Scott is on notice.
I believe that is correct. But
not in the book.
In her defense, it has been physical, and you can see that it is a physical game, and the officials are just allowing a certain amount of physicality. She went a little bit over the line.
Yeah. But most of it's shoulder to shoulder. The players are trying to go for the ball. No one's trying to, like a cheap shot anybody else. This is good soccer playing. Heritage setting up.
And Cooper regains control. That's Evelyn Villalobos. Taken away by Zoe Leland. Battling there, Felicia Villalobos. Hawks trying to prevent a corner kick here. Long shot taken, and that one is going to end up in a goal kick. 12-12 and counting to go here first half. No score, Heritage and Cooper from Cooper High School. Some significant work being done. We'll get a look at it maybe a little later. Some of the fields on the far side of, on the east side of the stadium.
Yeah, looks like a new baseball field going up.
Yeah, the JV baseball field, which was really in terrible shape for the last few years. And it looks like they've flattened it all out. They haven't put the sod in yet. But I'm assuming that's next.
Yeah, it looks like they got everything else in.
Yeah, they've got it graded. They've got the infield dirt in. I mean, that was a rough patch of turf over there, let me tell you. Both of my sons played on that and played baseball on that surface. It was, well, let's put it this way, it needed it.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that. Good to see it happening. And it'll be good for football, too, because JV football and so on, they can practice over there on the outfield portions. Everybody will be happy. And there's actually goalposts out there now. I don't think those goalposts were there before. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they were. So it'll be a goal kick here for Heritage. Emily Tostenson had a few of these so far this afternoon/evening. That's Estudillo. And it'll be a Cooper throw-in on that far side. Maybe an opportunity for the Hawks.
Slight miscue on the Heritage defense for letting that possession change. If you're a defense, you don't want to hand the ball over to your opposition.
Yeah, particularly there.
Especially with the way they can
throw the ball
in.
right out in front. And there you have. There's a great example of it.
That was it, yeah. That's what we were talking about.
Just throw it at the net.
Yeah, they did. And that thing went halfway across the field.
Well, this time, Tossington does punt it, and she punts it out beyond midfield. I'm not so sure that she shouldn't do that all the time. That was nice. That was nicely done.
Yeah, but
I know you're going to make that argument about playing it to your defenders who are going to.
In my observation, about 70% of those punts go to the other team.
Oh, all right, so this one worked out.
That one worked out in their favor. Leland again with some nice moves.
Kaylee Scott. And now chased down by Heritage. That's Abby Leland. And she knocks it over the touchline, so it'll be a throw-in on the far side for the Hawks. Under 9 minutes to go, first half. Still no score. Both teams have had their opportunities.
Well, if history teaches us anything, it's going to be a 1-0 game.
Yeah, we've seen that for a couple of years in a row.
Here's a look at the people in the stands enjoying the game. Nice night for watching a soccer match. Cooper trying to mount an offense. Here comes one deep.
Long.
Whoa.
And Tossington goes and gathers it in. Take a look again.
But look at Snapco go charging in here. Stephenson and kind of forces Stephenson to make a spectacular catch. Another foul on Heritage.
Yeah, Snapco went down there, and so it will be a free kick. It should be a free kick for Cooper here, correct?
Yes, it is. Okay. They're just lining it up. Center referee making sure that the ball is in the proper location.
And I think Heritage was kind of delaying so that they could get their defense set.
Well, that is a ploy in soccer, you know.
I've seen it. Griffin Weiser with the free kick. Had a little bit too far. Kept in play there by Villalobos. Nice job by Evelyn Villalobos.
If she stays on, and she's not.
Was not onside,
Yeah,
but
she took off a little bit too early.
yeah.
I'm definitely seeing a pattern here with Cooper. They like to send the ball down and then
Fly somebody on those wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You put a forward out there and turn on the heat, and away you go. And the last few minutes, they've had some pretty good opportunities by doing that.
Battle out at midfield for possession of the ball. Estudillos comes in and breaks it up. Picked off there by Ellie Snapco. And AJ comes out and gathers it in.
No pressure, right?
Well,
Freshman, first game.
well, she just wants to remain active. She hadn't touched the ball for a while.
Well, when I looked at the roster a few days ago, I noticed that they had a freshman goalkeeper, and that is so unusual. It's not unusual to have freshmen. Here we go.
This is Snapco.
1-on-3.
Yeah, kind of triple team there. Didn't have much room to go. And Heritage will get the throw in.
Yep. So anyway, looked at a ninth grader playing starting keeper. I thought that was a very unusual. I asked the coach about that. She's that good.
Well, so far so good.
Yep. Made one block. Big save.
Griffin Weiser. A little bit too far.
She let that one go by and let the defender take it. Now they're switching fields. Oh,
Picked
soft
off.
pass. Yeah, soft pass will not get the job done.
Abby Maxon was there to break it up. Throw in for the Hawks. Studios. And again
Offside.
Wait, we've seen that several times now.
Yeah, that's about 4 or 5 times
I
now.
would say. 4 anyway.
It's got to work on their timing. If they get that timing down, they're going to be dangerous.
There's another, speaking of freshmen, Isabella Grandbois, also a freshman. So a couple of key players for Cooper, just 9th graders, as is Jordan Sadler.
Claire Snapco's an 8th grader defender on the roster. So a young team, but pretty good skills.
Clock winding underneath the 4-minute mark, first half. No score here from Cooper. Opening match for both of these clubs. Here comes Sadler. Sends it ahead now. Oh, just out of the reach of Snapco.
Oh, that timing would have been half a second different. I think she would have had a one-on-one with the keeper.
Tostinson sends it back out near midfield. Chased down there by Isabella Grandbois. Hawks trying to maintain control.
A lot of shoulder-to-shoulder pushing. Fairly, absolutely legal.
You know, the first 3, 4, even 5 minutes of this contest, most, if not all, of the play was deep in the Cooper end here.
Yes.
But that has significantly changed here in the last. A lot of back and forth in the middle part, but now the last 5, even 8 minutes have been dominated by Cooper.
But Cooper's been doing a pretty good job on defense, getting the takeaways, not letting Heritage get any good quality shots.
This is as deep as Heritage has been in a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time since it's been down here.
And the Hawks again.
Snapco with great speed, good control. And it takes Scott to come over there and stop that play. He's a good look at number 19. It's Elise Snapco, forward, senior. Having a very good game.
Throw in for Heritage. On that on the near side rather, that's Maggie Hansen with a throw in. Ahead to Lauren Robbins. And Grandbois going to be tagged for the shove there. It'll be a free kick now for Heritage. Back to Hansen. Hansen lets it fly. Estudios. Race for the ball. That's Taylor Scott for Heritage. She keeps it in play. Estudios runs right past it.
Yeah, that ball had so much spin on it. I don't think she knew when it was going to slow down for her.
Sadler loses it. Nice job by Nalia Peterson. Nice takeaway by Hunky. There's that soft pass you were talking about. That one didn't quite make it. Evelyn Villalobos.
And another one.
15 seconds left in the half. Heritage trying to come up with something here in the final seconds. Hawks play it out. And that will do it for half number one. One half of soccer is in the books. And no score on the board. Cooper and Heritage Christian Academy. We'll be back to recap the first half. We'll have some highlights for you and more. You are watching Girls High School Soccer right here on CCX.
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
No score through one half of play. Heritage Christian Academy and Cooper. But really, plenty of action. I mean, both clubs had their opportunities, and as we can see here, it was Heritage at the early going, as I mentioned just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, they were on the offense first. AJ coming up with some good key plays on defense.
And then at the other end, an opportunity or two.
Right. Just missed the outside post. Here's another shot coming from Heritage.
Yeah, that free kick led to this.
Right.
And it went right off of AJ, came out and batted it free, and it eventually went back over the goal line. And then it was Adler with the shot and Tostenson making the save.
That was a good save.
And then another free kick led to this opportunity. And boy, just a great play there. You mentioned Felicia Villalobos owing her a milkshake or something.
Yeah, she needs a treat for that play. Looking at the statistics, shots on goal, Eagles 4, Hawks 2, shots on goal 2 and 1, fouls 7 and 4 for the Hawks. Corner kick, the only corner kick of the first half belongs to the Eagles. It's 1-0.
Yeah, and it was almost the first minute of play. They got a corner, and that was it.
Yeah, it was very early. Obviously, the teams would be going back and forth between the 20-yard lines. A lot of action in the midfield, a lot of takeaways, a lot of good plays. It's been physical, more physical than we have seen in the past. But it's not not anything nasty. That's just how you play good hard soccer. So it's been a very entertaining first half.
All right, we'll see how the second half shapes up after we take this timeout. You are watching Girls High School Soccer right here on CCX.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
Minutes of soccer remain here from Cooper High School, where the Hawks and the Eagles are knotted 0-0. What expectations do you have in the second? Well, I know you expect a 1-0 final. You've already told me that. And history has taught us that very well could be the case.
Well, that's usually the case when you have two teams that are so even. They're both very good on defense, good on the takeaways in the midfield, and they seem to be changing momentum back and forth. Cooper has the advantage, then Heritage has the advantage, and that's the way it's been going. I think Cooper, if they can get the timing down on those longer passes,
yes,
they could get a breakaway and put this game away. Heritage came out really strong in the first half, moving the ball really well, putting a lot of pressure on the Cooper defense. And if they can keep that up, they might get some quality shots. But we'll see. But I think the big key here is going to be, will Cooper be able to control those long passes and get their sync going? And I'm sure that the Heritage coach has seen that and is telling his defense to, hey, don't let them get those shots. Try to block the alley.
So the Hawks with an early breakaway opportunity, and a shot goes up and over. Shot taken there by Isabella Grandboy. So right away.
That answers that question. They're going to go for that long ball.
Well, and as you mentioned, they've been trying it.
Yes.
All first half. And they've been offside a few times and had a couple of opportunities, but one of these times they're going to cash in. And whether it's on a rebound or whether it's on a clean breakoff. This is Griffin Weiser. Really snap go. And Cooper will get the throw in from the near sideline.
And the way they accomplish that is it's almost as good as a corner kick.
Here's that long throw in. And the Eagles able to clear it out of there. Nice job by the Eagle defense. Griffin Weiser tracks it down. Little give and go. Played to the side and over the touchline by Maggie Hansen. Throw in for the Hawks. Made a snap go, puts it in play. Nice job by netminder Emily Tostenson to come out and break that play up.
Yeah, when you talk about getting a rebound, I haven't seen a rebound yet coming off of the keeper Tostenson. She's doing a great job of controlling the ball. Here's a breakaway. I think she went over the touchline.
Yep, I believe you're correct. That was Abby Maxson.
Yeah, she's joking or laughing with the coach. She knew she had a good run there, but she also knew that it went over the touchline. Maxson, one of the players to keep an eye on.
And this one will result in a goal kick. And it'll be Claire Snapko putting it into play.
Cooper trying to get the counter going and being harassed by Heritage players. They finally get it up but lose control.
Chased down by the Hawks. That's Amelia Villalobos. She loses it. And it should be a throw-in, I believe, for Heritage. It is.
Opportunity now for Heritage.
And
AJ right there to scoop it in.
manager on the goalkeeper for Cooper. Sends it ahead. Picked up in midfield there by Nalia Peterson. Sadler, who was hiding behind the official, clears it ahead now.
Nice step around.
Snap goal.
Trying to get something set up and can't get it, but she
I don't know.
will
I
get a
think
corner.
I think get a corner out of this, yeah. I think Maggie Hansen felt her best play was just to knock it out of play. And so it results in a corner opportunity, the first of the match for Cooper.
And there are occasions where doing that is a better idea rather than letting the offense give you a quality shot.
Here we go.
Ooh, way outside.
Yeah.
I think the plan was to get it outside and then redirect it back in again. Heritage right there. Yeah, there's nothing but black shorts back there. Abby Maxson wins another one.
Well, she wins a lot of those 50-50 balls, doesn't she?
Yeah, I don't think she's lost one yet.
Hawks play it ahead. Sadler.
We may have to ask our outstanding statistician that one.
Who might that be?
That's Willie.
Willie Markham?
Willie Markham.
Where is he today? I haven't seen him in the press box.
He's been hiding. He slips us a little piece of paper once in a while and tells us what's going on.
Did you see him at halftime?
Yeah, that's where I got the numbers from.
Okay, fair enough. Throw in for the Hawks. And a hunky. Then to Villalobos. And over the touchline, throw in for Heritage. Well, based on what we saw in the first half, I feel like that somebody is going to score.
I would think so, yeah.
However,
we've been known to be wrong, right?
No, we haven't seen it yet. And I still think that the depth comes into play here somewhere about the middle of this second half.
Could be.
Somebody's not going to get to a defensive spot that they should have been in, or something along that line.
Well, that's usually what happens. That's a little back and forth between.
Taylor Scott now on the far side with it. Chasing it down is Zoa Leland. Taken away by the Hawks. Just when it looked like Heritage was setting something up, Scott breaks that up. Back to Leland. Zoe Leland. Zoe Leland on the throw-in now. Gathered in by AJ, Ariana Giron, the goalkeeper for Cooper. She punts it away this time. And it'll be a Cooper throw-in. Estudillo's getting ready to check back into the contest, as is Ashley Sundquist.
Go, ladies, let's go. Go ahead. Go.
So out comes Sadler and out comes Isabella Grandboy. Claire snap go for Cooper. Another one of those many freshmen playing on this team this year. Crossing pass goes all the way to the far side, chased down by Zoe Leland. Leland goes down and she is slow to get up.
Yeah, she went down pretty hard.
Maybe an ankle, huh? Let's see.
Yeah.
Yep, an ankle. She just
right
she
ankle.
grabbed it right there.
This is Heidi Miller, the medical personnel, tending to the player. You see the crowd Pretty good crowd for tonight. Should we stick our hands out and wave?
There we go.
Hey.
So the clock is stopped now with 30 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Funny, we were talking about just this eventuality before the contest.
Yes. Well,
When and if.
Yeah, when does the clock stop? And not very often. He's going to try and stand up.
Looks like she can put a little weight on it. She'll have to come out of the match, and I don't know how much more action she's going to see, but she is at least up on her feet.
Yeah, walking off on her own. That's a boy. It's Ginger.
Yeah, pretty tender.
It's the coaching staff of Heritage.
So away we go.
Almost. Player has to come off first. So Heritage is going to get an opportunity for a set play.
They'll get that free kick from the far side as Zoe Leland hobbles off. Looks better now than it did a few minutes ago.
Yeah, she does.
I mean, at first, she was really tender on that thing.
Still a little bit Ginger, but she's...
there's a hawk down now. And so now we've had 2 injuries in a span of 13 seconds.
So the clock is stopped again. Oh, a little tangle.
Now the physical nature of this contest is starting to take a toll.
It certainly is.
You
And
see-
as I'm mistaken, that's not Heidi Miller. That's the...
No, that's Felicia Villalobos.
I'm at the...
Oh, the player.
Yeah, they don't want her to be out too long. She's the one who saved that goal in the first half. Medical team. She's obviously not angry. Looked like she went down pretty hard on her hip or the back. So we'll keep an eye on her. We got 2 players that are out for a little bit. And back to action.
And so it'll be Ariana Giron with the punt. Picked off at midfield by the Eagles.
Nice takeaway again by Cooper, and
Boy,
they're off and
snapped
running.
Sends it right into a defender, however, but it is tapped out of play. It should be a Cooper throw-in, and it will be.
Thank you.
Right in front of our cameras there. Snap go. See if somebody can find the back of the net here for Cooper. Too far to the other side. Heritage regains control. Hawks lose it, taken there by Nelia Peterson.
to get it to Dykema. Dykema's going to try and find number 12. If she can get to the ball.
And it goes out over the touchline. It'll be a throw in for the Hawks. I believe
just barely, yeah.
I think it went over the sideline, didn't it? Or did it go over the end line?
It went over the end line. It's a goal kick.
It was a goal kick. You are correct.
I've been watching the combination of number 12, Abby Maxon, and number 14, Abby Dykema for Heritage. That's a very dangerous combination, the way those two can move the ball around to each other.
Shot towards the net. Boy, opportunity there for Heritage, and scooped up by Ariana Giron. The freshman boots it away. Long lead pass.
Onside.
Chase is on for the ball. Picked up, scooped up there by Maggie Hansen. And she sends it over the touchline. So Cooper will have a throw in on that far side. 27:20 to go here in regulation time.
Grand Boys coming back in for the Hawks.
And out of the contest comes Maeve Snapko. That's Ashley Sundquist. Sundquist. I should say Hunky, rather. Kept in play by Snapko.
And we get, again, we're in the back and forth mode. Now Cooper with a throw-in, opportunity to move the ball forward.
And that one was off Estudillo, so throw in for Heritage, but they throw it right to Cooper. Estudillo regains control. But she's done some good things too today.
Yes, she has. Been able to get in there and get some takeaways.
This is Estudillo again. Bumped off the ball.
Let's see if Cooper will drive it right back in again. But Eagles are just way too fast, converging on them.
I'd say to say that these two clubs are evenly matched is an understatement.
Yes. That's kind of what I've talked to the coaches before the game. I said, I love doing this game because these two teams, these two programs, seem to always match up.
No question about it. I would say in general terms, the physicality of Heritage versus some of the speed of Cooper.
Yeah.
And not that Heritage doesn't have some quick players, but in general, that's been the ebb and flow of the game. It's been dominated by those two factors.
Right, that's what we were talking about earlier. Heritage is doing a pretty good job of finessing the ball, moving around, maintaining control. However, Cooper seems to have a lot of speed and get the breakaways. Maxon tracking it down, and she gets it.
Nice play by Maxon. Abby Maxon brings it to the center of the field, goes across with it to the far side.
Trying to settle down for a shot and waited too long.
Yeah, Cassie Leland blasted one right into a defender there. And it is picked up by Sadler. for Cooper. So Heritage putting some offensive pressure on. Coming all the way back for Cooper. That's Ailey Snapko.
Maxon trying to get a shot off, but that's kicked out by the defense. Here, just moving right back in again.
And it will be a throw-in for the Hawks.
I don't think it's a foul.
You are correct.
Cooper's trying to move the ball around, but the Eagles seem to be responding rather quickly now. So they're marking up on these players.
Throw in for the Hawks, I believe. Hawks will get some subs into the match.
Number 6 coming back out again. That's a good sign.
Felicia Villalobos.
Yep. They need her on defense.
Well, she got a nice little rest while she was recuperating. And the Hawks maintained that 0-0 score. Tapped out by Taylor Scott, throwing for Cooper, right in front of our cameras.
One of you hold, please. One of you hold.
This is Villalobos.
That's the long distance.
Didn't do it this time.
No. Went for position. They still have it.
So they'll throw in from the corner. Let's see if she tries that long throw in she tried earlier from the corner, almost like a corner kick. Would not be surprised to see that here. Yep, that's exactly what she's doing. Sadler had an angle. There's a shot. That one's deflected. Another shot and a goal! And it all stemmed from that throw-in.
Yes.
I mean, clearly that's what set that play up, and Cooper is on the board. Jordan Sadler with the finish, and the brilliant throw-in from Villalobos, who had just checked back into the game.
Yeah, that's what I said. They needed her in there for her defense and that capability of getting the ball. Look at this. That's a long ways to battle for it here.
Nice job keeping the play alive, and then the deflection right onto the foot of Sadler. And boy, did she executed that perfectly.
Excellent offense. No chance for the keeper on that one. That was, as you said, it all starts from those set plays. And take advantage of your abilities.
Oh, and another injury for Cooper. Looks like Griffin Weiser. Nora Griffin Weiser got hit, and she says, "No, I'm good." She'll limp downfield.
Yeah, it's a big game for them. They want to start the season off on a win.
There's another opportunity for the Hawks, right out in front, and that was going to be whistled down offside. But boy, they sure like to fly that wing, don't they?
They do. That's what we were talking about. They like to send that ball down and get a striker out there and let them go at it.
Did you mark down the time of that goal?
20:30.
And Sadler trying to set up another one. The momentum has definitely swung in favor of the Hawks here. And a hunky on the throw-in.
Well, we've been saying if they can get those speedsters involved in the game. Heritage trying now to get back in to get the equalizer.
And we talked about the throwing, but I think that one of the things we neglected to talk about, and you mentioned it before it happened, was Cooper's ability to force the action and to maintain possession, forcing Heritage to knock it over the touchline so that they had a throw in from that corner.
Right.
Similar to a corner kick, but
Yep.
it was because of Cooper's pressure that they forced Heritage to knock it over the touchline.
They created the situation. That's why you have to be wary of a team that has a good throwing capability or corners. Remember years ago when another team we cover a lot had a player who was just incredibly talented with a corner kick, and it was almost deadly. And the other team did not want to give up a corner kick no matter what, because you didn't want that player involved. Big hand
for the freshman.
For the freshman.
Yeah.
Sadler getting her first goal. She's happy. And well earned.
Long kick the other direction. Chase is on.
God, they got.
And they'll kick
Maxson.
it toward the sideline. Oh, nice job by the Hawks to regain possession. And ahead they come. This is Maeve Snapko. Estudillos. Ahead now to Ailey Snapko. She sends it up the near sideline. And that one looks like it is headed for the goal line, and they'll just allow it to go over the end line, and it'll be a goal kick. 17 minutes to go. The game's lone goal belonging to the Cooper Hawks and freshman Jordan Sadler.
Uh-oh.
And another
That's
player down.
Ailey Snapko, the forward, senior. I don't know what happened.
Boy,
I didn't see him.
that might be a cramp.
That's a cramp.
So a 1-0 contest, 16 and a half minutes to go.
And the question is, will Cooper be able to hang on for that? This will be what, third year in a row, 1-0?
You are correct. Now we still have plenty of time on the clock, though.
Oh yeah, 16 and a half minutes. That's plenty of time.
Snapko being tended to here. She's going to try and walk it off. Really a senior, and she'll be replaced by Sadler.
You look at some of the games coming up for the Hawks. They're going to play Park Center next, and at Breck, at Fridley, De La Salle, Bloomington Jefferson, playing Richfield, Bloomington Kennedy, St. Louis Park, Hopkins, Chanhassen, Manila St. Margaret's, a team that they've had some good matchups with, then finishing up with North Branch and Chaska.
So a goal kick for the Eagles. They trail 1-0 as we march down towards the 16-minute mark remaining here in the contest. Scooped up by AJ, the netminder, Ariana Giron. Control regained by Heritage. Sent ahead now by, that's Abby Leland. Griffin Weiser still has it, now has it taken away. Taken there by Nellie Peterson, and she goes down. And
yeah, she tripped.
so a foul, so we're going to get a free kick here. in a very dangerous spot on the field.
Yep, 30 yards out. Let's see if they fan him out and they'll bring him together again. They got Maxim up there. They got Dykema up there. Leland's up there. They may have sent it to the right side.
And it looks like they flooded that right side.
Yeah.
Well, they're just going to try a shot at the goal and reaching up and bringing it down. It's Ariana Giron.
Big save for the freshman. Watch this.
Look at this.
Gets way up there.
Wow.
Snags it. Whoa, that was a nice play.
Boy, at the top of her jump, too, huh?
That's not easy.
No.
You got to time that.
Played back now. This is Maeve's snap go. Well, Heritage can't complain about their opportunity because they have had them.
Yes.
They have just not been able to cash in. And in a couple of instances, it's been the play of the freshman Giron. I mean, AJ has been very impressive. It's the freshmen that have been the story of the day.
Yeah, you're right.
They really have been.
Freshman and keeper. A freshman scored first goal.
No question. But it was with that senior with the magnificent throw-in from the corner, or the sideline technically.
Yeah,
but
that's what they keep saying about set plays are so important.
Hawks regain control. Picked up there by Abby Leland, and now the Hawks going the other way. Estudillos. Oh, and she's done a nice job, too.
Yeah, she's been very aggressive. She's won a lot of those 50-50s in the Heritage zone.
And Jordan Sadler will throw in here once the substitution. Nope. Going to hand it off to Hunky. Sadler doing a nice job squaring it up and giving it off to Villalobos. That's Evelyn Villalobos. And over that far touchline, throw in for Heritage on the far side. Inside of 13 minutes to go. Here come the Eagles. Opportunity for Nalia Peterson now. Peterson with the long lead pass, and just a little bit too far for Abby Maxon.
Maxon tried to stop it and missed it by just about a couple of inches. Let's go look at number 12. Abby Maxon having a very good game.
Just a little bit out of her reach.
Like I said, you put number 12 and number 14 within a few yards of each other, they're going to team up. Although right now, Dykema Missouri on the far side.
Boy, some of the things you're seeing this freshman Jordan Sadler do.
Yeah.
Playing like a veteran. This is Nalia Peterson again. There's an opportunity, another opportunity for the Eagles, and that one is going to go over the touchline, but
Maxon tried to push it over there and it spun out of control.
It will be a goal kick.
Yep. Interesting now they had decided to do the goal kicks with the defender.
Yes, they've had, Claire Snapko has had this past 3 or 4. And oh, by the way, she's an 8th grader. Just thought I'd mention it.
Just saying. Huh?
Just saying. Gets it out to the 9th grader. And Estudillos goes down. We have a foul there, so we'll get a free kick out here for Cooper.
Little push there.
Somewhat significant because Heritage had controlled play here for a while.
Right, yeah.
And put some pressure on. So Cooper with the opportunity, take a little time off the clock, get yourself set up, and push forward the other direction.
It's amazing how those little things turn the game, isn't it?
It really is. You know, the more you watch and realize how these little things add up.
That's right.
There's just no question about it. It just changed the flow of the game.
Right. Yep, you were attacking, now you're defending.
Yep.
And here comes the throw-in specialist.
She probably could throw it in the net from here. Nice job boxing out her defender was Ashley Sundquist there. Sundquist trying to hold it in, and no, that's going to say Heritage touched it last, so it'll be a throw in for Cooper on the far side. Let's see if Heritage can regain control that they had a few moments ago. Oh, that hit an official. I'm not sure.
No, the whistle was for the player that went down. That's maybe Snapco.
Boy, we have seen
A lot of injuries, yeah.
man. Well, and we saw a lot of physical play in the early going too.
Yeah.
And now they're gonna. Snap goes very slow to get up, testing that ankle.
Well, it looks like they're going to bring in
Well, they stopped the clock.
number 19, Ely Snapco. Might be coming in for.
Now they are tending to her. So.
Yes. Here's a nice look at center referee, Elena Miller. Again, the AR1 is Kim Lamb. The AR2 is Tim Donahue. Actually doing a pretty good job of officiating. As they've had, called some fouls, obviously, but
Sure.
I think when Scott was a little bit too aggressive, decided to go over there and have a little chat and saying, okay, I saw what you did, but you've got to be a little bit more careful. And by the way, you may get a yellow.
And I wonder, you see Snapco, if you look at the 50-yard line there, you see her on the far sideline down, right? I wonder if this is another cramp?
I can't tell. There's a sister 19 standing there.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's who the substitution is going to be for.
Yep, she's back on her feet. No, that's not a cramp.
No.
That's an injury.
That's an injury. It's a right ankle.
So they're going to take her. They're just going to take her off because coming to this sideline would.
Yeah, that's not going to be good. They'll probably send a card over there to get her.
So they'll restart play. Yeah, they're going to go get her with the golf cart. So they'll restart play and she'll be taken off on the golf cart. And we're back to live action. Towards the net, boy, good defensive play there by the Hawks.
That's much better than you think, because they had one white defender back there and three dark shirts and managed to get the ball out.
Didn't look very good there for a moment, did it?
No, it could have been a significant advantage.
Well, Estadia just taking on about 3 or 4 players by herself. Here's a centering pass. That one's knocked down. Another shot. That one hits a Cooper defender. Hawks play it ahead. And knocked over the touchline. This should be a throw in for Cooper, and it is.
And again, it's a turn of events.
And especially when she's throwing it in.
Exactly. The other weapon.
Villalobos, Estadia. Back to Sadler. Sadler
Nice
sends it
center.
ahead.
Oh my goodness,
Just-
nice centering pass.
Boy, and Grand Boyce just shoved off the ball there.
Yeah. Could have had a clear shot on goal.
No doubt. Griffin Weiser. And what do we have? We have a penalty or a foul?
That's a foul.
Yep. Athletic Director John Olfke getting the opportunity to make use of that golf cart.
I believe that's a gator.
The cart is?
Yeah.
I have no idea. That's Nelia Peterson. There's Maeve Snapgo.
So the medical team's been busy in the second
Yeah,
half.
Sure have. It's been one thing after another.
Holy medical.
Another long throwing. This one, though, comes the way of Nelia Peterson and the Eagles, and they continue to put the pressure on, searching for a goal.
You got their forwards up there, but they're having a tough time getting the ball, two of them, even when they do. The Cooper defense has been in there with the takeaways.
We sure have. Long lead pass, and out again on offside. Boy, Cooper's not afraid to try it, though, are they? We've seen that probably about 7-8 times today.
I have a feeling that the next practice is going to be timing for the offside.
Yeah. Might want to work that in.
It's just a matter of getting it, getting the synchronized properly.
But you can see they really want to use that speed.
Oh yeah, a lot of teams like to do that. If you have speed, take advantage of it.
Hawks play it ahead. Griffin Weiser. That's Evelyn Villalobos. Sadler now. Boy, look at the footwork by Sadler.
And having enough sense to know when you're being double teamed, turn around and send
give
it
it up.
back.
Yep.
Right.
And Heritage has to be satisfied to knock it over the touchline. Wow.
That's an indication of being a little bit tired and a little bit flustered.
Yeah. And deep in your own territory.
Yeah.
So a throw in for the Hawks, and they're taking their sweet time getting over there.
Oh, it's a change. Stadler's going to throw it in.
Villalobos must have been someplace else. Because why wouldn't you have her throw it in? Was she on the field? I guess I missed that. I don't think she's out there right now. Is she?
I'm pretty sure she is. I think the idea was to just do a short pass, short throw in, and then a return pass.
Yep, she's out there. Oh, look at Esther Diaz.
Talk about getting in there and
No
mixing it
fear.
up.
Absolutely no fear. There's Villalobos. And Heritage again. And I think that what I brought up earlier.
You're getting it, aren't you?
I think we are. I think we are. You're finally seeing some of that fatigue and the depth come into play.
Yep.
The fatigue factor. Crash out near midfield.
No harm, no foul.
Yep. Here comes Heritage. That's Dykema.
This is dangerous.
And so they're going to get a corner out of this. Second of the game.
And give that credit to Dykema, being able to control the ball and getting the corner out of it. Heritage players getting lined up. Here comes the throw.
Oh, Taylor
Nice
Scott.
block.
Boy, Scott squared that one up, but Cooper got the block, and the Hawks able to clear it out all the way to the near sideline, right in front of the Heritage bench.
Took the pressure off now. They have to reload. Oh, you didn't want to do that.
No.
You know, when you have something going, you have the momentum on your side, you don't want to give up the ball.
Hawks with a substitution. Takes a little more time off the clock.
Maxson. Boy, she has such great talent.
And that'll be a throw in for Heritage. 2.5 left here in the second half.
Heritage needs to maintain control of the ball in order to get a shot off so they can get the equalizer.
There's Maxson, and gathered in by AJ. And she'll be happy to punt it away and see what happens. Back out near midfield as we near the 2-minute mark. By Sadler with a nifty takeaway there. And the Hawks play it ahead, and that will go over the touch line. It'll be a throw in for Heritage. Down to 1:40. Peterson, a little bit too far. Griffin Weiser out near midfield. Maintains control, does a nice job of getting off to Sadler.
This is exactly what you want to do if you're Cooper. Move the ball up, maintain control.
Boy, I don't know. What do you got here? Who knocked that over the end line?
I have a feeling it's Cooper knocked it over the end line.
No,
they're giving him a corner.
It's a corner.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Very good. Good shot over a van.
All right, so a corner kick here for the Hawks. It'll be Ailey Snapko. She'll take her time for just 45 seconds and counting left. And another.
Drop. We're straight back, ladies. Straight back.
Boy, just say. Oh no, it's a free kick.
Yep.
18 seconds to go, and time is definitely on the side of the Hawks now.
And a big factor, obviously.
And it looks like for the third straight year, we're going to get exactly the same result.
Same score. Amazing, isn't it?
I'll see you 1 year from today, right here.
Score will be 1-0.
1-0 Cooper.
A great game. I think Cooper, as we said, Heritage did a much better job than Cooper controlling the ball, moving it. But Cooper, as we said earlier, with their ability to move the ball fast and get the ball up quickly was a factor for them. They got to work on their timing on those passes. It's not all, but it's usually important that when there's a turnover and the other team gets a set play, it can turn to their advantage, and that's how Cooper scored the winning goal.
And there she is, the lone goal scorer of this contest, Jordan Sadler, the freshman. And also tip your hat to Ariana Giron, AJ, the freshman netminder. A pair of freshmen lead the Cooper Hawks to a win in the opener for the 2017 girls soccer season. Cooper wins it. The final score, Cooper 1, Heritage 0. For Sig Green, I'm Wally Langfellow. Thanks for joining us, and have a good night, everybody.